Hello and welcome to the Growing Pair. And you know what episode number are we, James?
1-8.
1-8. And in Hebrew it's translating to letters, and 1-8 is a very important number. And the letters it's transferring it is Chet and Yud, which means Chai, which means alive.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's really, really important letters in our language, in our culture. So my name is Isaac Goldfarb, and with me here is...
James Edge.
How have you been, James?
Yeah, it's been a good, sunny, positive week. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what topic you brought for today.
Oh, so you sent me a picture this week, a picture of your transformation in the last 3 years, and
2 years, yeah.
2 years, sorry. Yeah, if if you want to share it with the viewers and listeners, please do. It's up to you. It's your personal thing. But what it made me think is the word compliment.
Mm-hmm.
When we get compliments, how do we take it? One of the things that made me even think about it more is the
Mm-hmm.
quiz I'm running these days, and to check your confidence levels. So interesting insight from this quiz, James. Are you ready? Are you ready for this?
Yeah, let's go.
Interesting. So the question is, when I am getting a compliment, I am.
Mm-hmm.
That was the question. And 42% said, say thanks, but feel awkward.
Mm.
22% said, receive it fully, I know my worth.
Mm-hmm.
25% said, accept it with a smile, even if I'm unsure inside.
Mm.
And 11% said, shrug it off or change the subject. So if you think about it, over 60, almost 60% feel really uncomfortable
Mm.
when they receive a compliment. What
Mm.
are your thoughts about that?
Yeah, so initially, well, I'm just going to link it back to what I sent you. And yeah, just for people listening, basically last 2 years kind of trained myself into good shape. I was not in a great place mentally and physically. If I imagine getting a compliment on that, which I did from you and some other people, what were the options? What was the one where you take it?
Say thanks but feel awkward, shrug it off or change the subject, accept it with a smile even if I'm unsure inside, receive it fully, I know my worth.
Yeah, receive it fully, know my worth, because I was very proud of that journey. I knew what the journey had been on and I knew where I was now. So when people paid a compliment, I was like, yeah, I did work really hard for that transition, that journey.
Okay, may I give you a compliment of how you transformed in all those last 18 episodes? How does it make you feel?
So I would take that with a smile on my face because I've alluded to it before. I'm really proud of my journey that I've done. So I think as long as I can see the journey and I believe it as well, then when someone gives me a compliment, I'm like, yeah, great. But if you were to give me a compliment, let's say I didn't feel I had progressed on the growing pair over the last 18, and you said, oh, you've really developed, you've really grown, this is amazing, then I would feel conscious of it because I don't in myself feel I have.
So what you're saying to me is the fact that someone external is sharing and I
Mhm.
disagree with that or not fully agree with that, I will shrug it off.
Yeah, if I don't believe it internally, then yeah, I would
How
shrug
would
off
you
everything.
know you believe it internally?
Like with those two examples there, I feel that I have progressed on the podcast, and I feel that I have obviously progressed in my transformation. So I just feel it inside. So when someone tells me, I know.
But when someone gives us a compliment, isn't it an opportunity for us to start appreciating and to get to the place where you are saying you already are?
Yeah, so we did. So when I get a compliment, I'm like, yes, yeah, you're right. I did do that, and I have progressed.
No,
I like it.
even if you don't agree with me, that's what I'm trying to say. When people answer that, say thanks but feel awkward, and that's the
Yeah.
majority of people answer that. It's mainly, I think, because people look at compliment as, oh, I don't know what they're talking about. Probably it's not me. I'm hiding. It's not me. I don't know why they said that to me, kind of thing. And I would like to invite people to think about it and say, okay, first of all, when was the last time you had a compliment and felt
Mm.
like that? And second, if you're getting a compliment, can you take a deep breath and like accept it? Someone noticed something inside you, in you, that you may probably haven't noticed.
I don't think it will resonate the compliment will not resonate unless you feel it inside yourself. I think it's quite a tough ask for someone telling you a compliment for the first time, and then you, from that compliment, initially change everything in your body to start believing, yes, you're right, actually, that is true. I think it needs a lot more work than that. You need to feel it inside yourself. If someone asks me, do you take compliments well? I think there's a almost issue on people answering the question, because let's say you're a bit more of an negative person, you might remember a time when you took a compliment badly. So if someone says, do you take compliments well, you'll remember that like time where you felt really awkward. But actually, maybe the other week, someone told you a compliment and you believed it and you really liked it and you took it on really well. But when someone says, do you take compliments well, you remember the negative one rather than the positive one. So I think that
Let's take a step back. What's your definition of compliment?
where someone recognizes something positive in you.
Recognizing? Just
Hmm.
recognizing?
Yeah.
There is a different compliment when someone said to you, like, James, you really improved in the last 18 weeks or 18 episodes of the Growing Pair,
Mm.
and you transform, to, oh, you're looking smoking hot kind of thing. Okay, so
Mm.
in my mind, we need to do this definition of, okay, there are types of compliments, right?
Yep. Yep.
And I think the types mainly is because of the motives of the compliments. What is the motive of
Yeah.
of me giving you the compliment?
Yep.
If we look at the compliment as a definition, compliment is me, well, receiving a compliment is when I'm being highlighted about something that meaningful to another person, that
Mm.
made that person to say something about it. So it
Mhm.
could be your look, it could be your way of thinking, or something you've done, or whatever. So compliment for me is much more complex than just someone said something to you. If you know,
Mhm.
if it
Mhm.
makes sense, all my speech about compliment.
Yeah, and I think that's a good thing to talk about as well, the motives behind why we give people compliments. I'm trying to think now, when was the last compliment I gave? And it does vary. It does vary. Like sometimes you do compliment to make maybe someone feel a little bit better. Sometimes you do a compliment which is a bit deeper, where you've been super impressed, inspired, and therefore you want to show that other person that they've had quite a positive impact on you.
When was the last time you gave a compliment to someone?
Probably yesterday, and it was one of those to make them feel better. Yeah. So not a deep compliment.
Every compliment should be a deep compliment.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When was the last compliment you gave?
Well, I think I gave you in our conversation prior to this recording. Even when I speak about my business
Mhm.
and I speak about how I care about women
Mhm.
and how I want women to be successful in tech. And every time I'm mentioning it, I had a networking event earlier this morning when I say I manage many people over my career. What I haven't seen many of are women, and the women I did manage were absolutely amazing. I have those faces in my head,
Mhm.
and in my head, I'm giving them compliments. I think I'm giving compliments more than I'm aware of, really.
Mhm. Back to the initial kind of question of receiving compliments. What do you think is the main barrier to people receiving them?
Loving themselves,
Mm.
ability to love yourself. So you're saying to me, if I'm not fully on board with what this person said to me, I can't, in my mind, I disagree with that. And I'm inviting you to reflect on that. Because if someone said to you something and you're not necessarily agree with it, ask yourself, what can I do for myself? Appreciate and love myself and accept this compliment with love.
Mm. But I think it kind of links in with that kind of maybe self-worth, self-pride. Like if you do believe you deserve that compliment, then you will take it. But if you don't, you need to work on why you can't take that compliment for sure.
Or what's stopping you from receiving this compliment with
Yeah.
love
Yeah.
and care to yourself? That's the main question I would have asked.
Mm.
Let us know what the compliment means to you, and I would like to compliment all of you that are listening to us, watching us, sharing our episodes, commenting, doing everything you can in order for us to grow the growing pair. And James, two things you're taking. from today.
Yeah, definitely. If I don't feel inside that I deserve the compliment, what is the reason that I'm not feeling inside that compliment is true? So that's definitely something I'll watch out for next time. Hopefully, I am complimented. And the other one is giving out compliments. So it just made me think there how some you can kind of use compliments, almost give them away. And I don't know, it just kind of sparked something in me as to, if you are saying the compliment, maybe I'm not explaining the compliment well enough. If I feel like it's just a throwaway comment, let's say, maybe there is something that does actually inspire me about the other person, and maybe I should make it a little bit more clear with that compliment why I'm saying it. So those are my two things. How about you?
I need to replay back what you said, but I will do it when I edit this. So yesterday I received a compliment about our podcast, and
Uh-huh.
not only one actually, from two different people. And it was really nice, and it was really uplifting to hear that people actually do listen to us
Mm-hmm.
and enjoying our content. So thank you for those people that shared, if you are listening, shared with me your feelings about this podcast. One thing I'm taking it is allow yourself to receive a compliment with love. Don't shrug it off. If someone said a compliment to you, just accept it. And the second thing is, which I'm still questioning, the definition of the compliment type and the motive behind it. And do we really need to care about the motive behind the compliment, or just accept it as it is when a compliment comes in our way?
Mm.
That's all from us today. Of course, if you like it, again, share, do whatever you need to do. And if you want to be a guest in this podcast, what do they need to do, James?
Just to reach out to us. So the best way would be emailing us at thegrowingpair@gmail.com, and then we can have a conversation.
Yes. And until next time, see you guys very, very soon.
Adios.